Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm Gavin Townsend, here today with Peter Fury on behalf of Boxaid TV. Thank you very much for this interview, Peter. Really appreciate it and your time. Peter, you're currently the coach to the famous Tyson Fury and Hughie Fury. What's been your experience over the last few years as a boxing coach? It's been like?
Yeah, it's been good. A lot of hard work, dedication, and we just take every day as it goes.
So, obviously you're training your nephew, Tyson Fury. He's had quite a lot of pro fights over the last few years. What's it been like training your nephew?
It's been good, you know, we've got a good relationship. You know, it's all been a plus. You know, he's a good listener. He does exactly what he's told, and he gets stuck into it, so he can't ask for any more, so it's been pleasurable.
And what's the overall ambition from your perspective for Tyson?
I want Tyson to, I'm not interested in just normal titles, I want him to fulfil what his potential is, which is a world-class heavyweight. And let him win the world title and hold on to him.
Excellent. And same for your son as well, Hughie Fury.
Yeah.
What's your overall ambition for him?
I think they've both got very good abilities to go all the way for world titles, so to say him again, you know, to be right up there and, you know, face everybody. We're not going to be like, I don't want them to be where they're picking and choosing who they fight. You know, once they're up there, you know, to be fighting regular and take all comers and, you know, to be recognised as the best in the division, where there's no arguments. There will always be someone.
Always in boxing. Always. And you've been a massive fan of boxing all your life, and in fact all sports really.
Yeah.
Why boxing? Why for you?
We've always been into it, you know, our family's been into it. I've always been around gyms all my life myself, and brothers and everything else, so it's something that we've always been brought up around. You know, from being a little kid and my father telling us stories about our grandparents and things like this. You know, it's just a lifetime, and it's steeped in history going back. And also, you know, a lot of fighters outside of the rings as well. You know, I spent a lot of time with them as a young lad growing up. So we've always been in fighting environments. So I suppose it's like that, you know, you get a love for the sport, don't you?
Absolutely. And you've got a lot of training abroad now, as much as in the UK. Why do you do that? Why do you feel it's so important for your fighters?
Well, it is important because they're taken away from the families, there's nothing else to do, and the concentration levels are there, there's nothing else to do. So it's good to be 100% focused. You can train as much as you want. If you haven't got that focus and you're not digesting it properly, then that can be an issue. So it's better to be locked away, concentrating on your job, doing everything on the hour, on time, and when you know you've done everything right and you've prepared properly, and there's no corners cut whatsoever, then you can go out there when that bell rings with total confidence, because you know there's no man on this planet can have done any more. So that's the main reason.
What's your fighter's diet like at the moment?
They eat all the time, you know, like I said, those 6,000 calories. They take about 800 to 900 grams of carbs a day. The sugar's low, obviously, and you know, just a lot of nutritional stuff, shakes to build up the calories, chicken, rice, bland food really.
What about the training? How many hours a day?
They roughly do about an hour in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, and another hour in the evening.
Okay, we can cut that bit out. We'll start again because you coughed.
Sorry, I'm about to cough again.
So, do you want to just get it out?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay. So with regards to their training, how many hours a day are they training?
Like I said, 4 hours a day. 1 hour in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 1 in the evening.
Okay. And what advice would you give youngsters and people wanting to get into the sport of boxing and to follow the same routes as your lads?
Just be dedicated, you know, and achieve things in your life. Nothing comes easy. If you think you want to lace a set of boxing gloves on, and it comes easy, it doesn't. But that should be all the more reason why you want to do it. Because what else is there? You know, these young fellas today, what would they be doing if they wasn't boxing? You know, it is a lonely world in one phase of it. But the next thing, look what the rewards they get, the focus they get, you know, the attention they get. You know, it's a well-rewarded sport, and they get appreciated for what they do, and publicly as well. So doing all the right things. So for me, it's a plus for young kids, and they should get involved with boxing because it gives them a focus. They're not sitting around the home with nothing to do. They don't get bored. They're not onto the parents. I highly recommend it. If there was more boxing, there'd be a lot less violence on the streets, a lot less crime. You know, and,
so they're able to channel that into
yeah, exactly.
sport.
It gives them a standard of life, so it's very good.
And you got an award last year. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, you know, the chest has come out another 2 inches. No. It's you know, it's people respect the things we're doing. We've done a lot for Tyson, obviously. You know, he's been brought on a lot, and you know, also my son. And you know, we just do the best we can, and it's appreciated. So grateful for anything. So it's good.
Good. Well, thank you very much for listening to me, Peter. Peace of Fury, everybody, from Boxaid. Thank you
very much.